Okay, here's a 3D terrain dungeon set made from the Dwarven Forge Den of Evil Hellscape Sets 1 and 2 and a few extra pieces. So we had a party of adventurers wander down this standard Dwarven Forge Cavern Corridor pieces. They've come into this open area, this tunnel that started to glow with the lava and fire and heat, and it opens up into a rather large cavernous area in which there's a two-headed red dragon. Now these guys have actually got to confront this red dragon, so this is not an option for them to turn and run, because they actually need to make it over to the very, very far left here, where they go up these stairs past this golden glowing demon into the next area of this dungeon. Otherwise they're not going to complete this quest. So these guys are doing their best to defeat this dragon. Are they going to manage it? Let's have a look at what their plan is. Okay, so they broadly split themselves up into a few groups, one on each head. So you've got down here at the very nearest the camera, we've got here a bard who, although he's facing the wrong direction, he's actually going to be turning and looking up at that guy's head saying, "Oi, you." I don't know what he's going to say, but he's going to sing to the dragon, but it isn't going to be nice. So he's going to try the, is there any intelligence? Are we going to bribe our way past the dragon? Guess what? It's not going to work. The other head absolutely is already breathing fire onto the more heavily armoured group on the right here. So let's have a little look at what these guys have got. So we've got ourselves a traditionally mailed gnome. We've got a very nice looking gnome here on the front left here. He's already lost his hair, so he's going to manage to survive the singeing heat of the fire quite well. We've got an absolute tank, large human guy with probably the best weapon for this. He's got a nice long pole arm stroke halberd. There's a guy on the right there, our priest, our friendly priest, who's blessing and doing whatever he can to try to keep everybody alive. We've got a nice tank dwarf in chainmail there with his own little candle on top of his head, who's ready and waiting for a chance to hit something with his hammer. And we've got here a female fighter, two-hand wielding weapon mistress, and she's absolutely getting ready to probably throw that hammer into the dragon's maw if she gets a chance. So we've got a bit of going on here on the right, but certainly the fight's already started. On the left, I'm sure it will ensue as well. Although we've got a very nice elven fighter mage going on here on the left, I think the left's rather outnumbered in terms of what the dragon can do with tail and wing and head. Now, if you look at the very, very rear right, there's a dark character who's sneaking around, or having an attempt to sneak around past glowing red hot stacks of molten rock. But he's doing his best, as all good assassin thieves do. He's doing his best to get round behind the back of that dragon. So this dragon's actually a two-headed red dragon by Papo, or P-A-P-O. It's only about £16 in the UK. That's maybe say €20, $22. And it's a really quite good scale. Works really well with 25, 28mm characters. And what I'm going to do is pop one of these characters right by the belly of the dragon, just to give you a real feeling of scale. So I'm going to pick this human up here. I'm going to just turn him around so you can see his face, and I'm going to pop him right underneath the dragon's belly, and we're going to just zoom in. So as you can see, it's probably more than one mouthful. Let's zoom right close in on the figure first. There we go. So as you can see, he's easy going to fit in that belly. Probably 2 bites, I would say, looking at the size of that dragon's head. And he's already eyeing him up. So I think this dragon doesn't have to only eat sheep and cows. I think these humans, elves, there's a gnome, a dwarf, half-elf, elven. I think he's got quite a little feast in his hand. And certainly with 2 heads, being able to attack twice as many times as a normal dragon, even being able to alternate mouths with breathing red fire, I think a DM can have some great fun ad-libbing some rules. So even if your party are used to handling the odd angry red dragon, I think a 2-headed version adds quite a little variety. Certainly it gives the dragon a bit more of an advantage, and will certainly challenge any party, even one as large and well equipped as this one. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe and comment.